Okay, let's talk about the state fair. How much money do you usually spend at the Great Minnesota Get Together? Well, just to get in is going to cost you $15 this year. There are discounts. You still have time to buy tickets in advance of the fair that get it down. Oh, they say most people pay more like $12 to get in. Of course, you had the other things. You had food, rides, vendor booths, all this stuff. So there's a lot of money going around there. Yeah. And one of our viewers wondered, okay, this money that we pay to the state fair, what do they do with it? Like $15 to get in. I think if you're not thinking about the cost of the fair, you're like, man,
you think
$15 to bring my family, you're talking $60 just to walk in the door.
So the fair says, okay, that's great. $15 is the number it costs to get in, but they're spending $18 per person. They can calculate it out. On the Blue Ribbon Awards.
But I don't get any of
those. No, you don't. But they spend $1 million on those every year.
Like on printing gold lettering?
No, on people get cash prizes.
They're so big. Those ribbons are so big. And they've got the frilly thing around it. That is
so that's $1 million of the $51 million that come in that they spend every year.
Another $50 million.
Yes, another 50.
The other 98%
well, you know, Matt, the state fair is 322 acres. They got to keep this place running. Those buildings, some of them are 100 years old.
Oh, so maintenance.
Someone has to clean the bathrooms. Someone has to collect your tickets. Someone has to drive the park and ride.
Staffing.
So let's start this so people can get their arms around it. The money that comes in, how much of it comes when we pay our ticket at the gate?
So about 40%.
And the rest of their money comes from?
A lot of it comes from sales. So they get, what, a 15% commission on all the food that's sold, on some of the attractions. Some of the money comes from the Midway because this is one of the few state fairs that actually runs the Midway. So a lot of the money will come in through that way.
But the expense side, what they're spending it on.
The biggest is just keeping the place going, plant operations, making sure that the buildings are up and running, making sure that the utilities are paid, that the grass is cut.
Insurance, I'm sure you have to pay for
is a big thing. You know, that cattle barn came down in the spring, and the insurance covered that. Then you have entertainment. There's a ton of free entertainment at the state fair.
Sure. Anything that's free isn't free. You're paying for it.
No, you have to pay for that too. And then there are, there's a lot of people that work at the state fair. There are 80 people that work there full time, and then they have thousands, year round, and then they have thousands that work there just during the fair. I mean, think about they have the whole state fair police force that they have to pay for, who is there, and then you have just the people that are essentially collecting tickets or walking around and cleaning up the trash or working overnight.
So $15 we should kind of be seeing as a bargain?
Kinda. I mean, think about if you compare it to, say, a Disney. I mean, it's a huge bargain.
Or even like a Nickelodeon Universe at Mall of America. I mean, obviously you get ride passes with that, but stuff is expensive. Is that what you're telling us?
Stuff is expensive. You're getting a deal at the state fair.
Who's getting rich, all right? Who's scamming the money?
There's 5 families living down in Florida. He said that's the rumor that the general manager of the fair said. The rumor he always hears is just goes these 5 families who live down in Florida. He says, not true.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Just what you'd think he'd say, though.
Right, that's true.